Aloha! So, continuing right along with the idea of sustainable food production and self-sufficiency here in Hawaii, I'd like to talk about another specific crop, ginger. Ginger! Ginger as a health food, ginger as a blood thinner, ginger with chicken, ginger and ginger ale, ginger lemonade. I don't care how you have it. I think ginger is just a spectacular plant. Most of us are familiar with it. On the other hand, I don't think that many people have actually grown ginger. Hawaii actually produces a really large crop right across the street. There was a guy who had 20 acres of it here a couple of years ago. We have several different kinds of ginger here on the island. The most common one, all of you know, but right here behind me I have a really exotic form, and it's called Galanga ginger from Thailand. Here, this form is actually a little different than most ginger I raise because the Galanga ginger is actually an evergreen, and so I don't lose the plant when it goes dormant during the wintertime. Our regular culinary ginger actually is not an evergreen, and so it has issues here, and so let's talk about growing the regular ginger. So if you come by here around July or so and ask me about my ginger, you'll come out in the field and see nice green plants sticking up just like that Thai ginger. But at this time of year, and this is still winter, you're going to find my ginger in pots like this. And the reason I got it in pots is that when the ginger begins to go dormant in the fall and the tops begin to die back, if I don't move my ginger into some sort of a container or an area where I can find it again, I will often lose it. And so then come New Year's, when I'd like to have some ginger to put with chicken or something, I can't find my ginger. So I decided the solution to this problem was dig up the ginger as it goes dormant, repot it into containers, set it out here in the nursery. If I need ginger at any time, I just come and pull some up out of these pots, use it, and then stick the rest back in the container. Come spring, the plant sends up brand new shoots, pushes out roots, and I'll move it back out into my garden and stick it back into the soil again. Seems to be a pretty effective way of dealing with it here as a home garden crop. I have yet to really consider whether I was interested in raising ginger as a commercial crop here. I don't think so. But as a home garden crop, this process works really well. And even if you happen to live in a place where the weather is not tropical like it is here in Hawaii, ginger can be raised this way. I used to raise ginger in California by putting it in buckets out in my garden during the summertime, and then moving it indoors into my unheated greenhouse during the winter. And so the process was pretty much the same. The only difference was here I don't protect the roots in the winter. In California I had to shelter the roots, otherwise they'd start to rot in the cold. So other than losing my ginger plants as they retreat in the fall, other than that one issue of losing my ginger as it goes dormant in the fall, I really don't have a lot of problems with raising this crop here. The plant doesn't really seem to demand too much fertility. Just a good loose soil is all it wants around here to be able to perform properly. Even if you're on top of lava, I do believe a heap of cinders would work to grow this plant in. It seems very well adapted to the local environment. The ginger can get a few slugs chewing the leaves, but we don't eat the leaves. There is a ginger rot, supposedly, here on the island, and if it attacks, I guess it can knock your ginger back. I, thus far, have not experienced it. We don't seem to have it here on this property, so for me, ginger is easy, pretty much easy. Throw it in the ground and jump back, because it'll come at you. Again, it's such a useful crop. A lot of us maybe aren't quite familiar with using it, but fresh ginger, of course, is a big deal when you live in Asia. Thailand, they use ginger constantly in everything. Here in Hawaii, we use quite a bit of it. Shoyu ginger chicken is really a favorite around here. That is soy sauce ginger chicken. Real great way to use it. I actually will put it into anything. I mean, you can use this stuff in a cookie. One of the ways that I will use it actually is to take the roots, peel them, toss them into a blender with water, and then mill that into basically a juice. And then that juice can be added to so many things, including lemonade. You can actually use that to also make your own ginger ale or ginger beers. All pretty simple stuff. There's a whole heck of a lot of different ways that you can use this. You can candy it. Candied ginger is like awesome. Maybe not so good for you, but really tasty. And as far as candies go, probably fairly healthy. The health aspects of ginger are something that I pay attention to. It's one reason it's in my diet. I have had some problems in life with developing blood clots from old injuries. When I, dumped a motorcycle and beat myself up, I'd end up with blood clots caught in my system in places. And they can get loose and they can cause serious problems for you. Ginger is a blood thinner and an excellent one. You can go to the Mayo Clinic website and they will probably put ginger, I believe, at the top of the list of any herbal cure for clotting blood. It will thin your blood, so if you have any kind of problems with that sort of an issue, it's a good choice. Using a little bit of it every day helps keep the blood flowing nicely, makes old people live longer, because blood clots will really mess with you if you got one caught in your brain or caught in your heart or someplace or another. So ginger helps with that. Ginger is also really good with the stomach. I just got through about a flu that Ellen accidentally brought back here from the mainland with her. And, well, of course, flu gets to the stomach. And, oh, man, my stomach just didn't feel great at all. But yet I needed to eat because if I didn't eat for a whole week, I'd probably start getting sicker. So I was mixing lemon juice or lime juice with ginger and water and sugar and drinking it as a lemonade, and it would settle my stomach out really good. I'd get almost a little hungry after a glass of a ginger lemonade. So it's real good for the guts, it's good for the bloodstream, and it's really cool in the kitchen. Definitely an outstanding crop for this locality. If you haven't tried ginger, wherever you are, give it a shot. Aloha, hang loose, happy gardening.